Yeah. I mean, blocked care is, I find the more I share about it, the more everyone's like, oh, yeah, I think I have that too. I'm like, if you're a foster parent for any length of time, you probably have it at least with some, if not all of your kiddos on some level, because the reality is that we can know in our heads that what our child is doing is not their fault and they're not doing it on purpose. And it still really hurt us, right? It still be
Mm,
really hard on our own nervous systems. And so when I talk about blocked care, it's this idea of, I just can't keep going. I can't keep doing this. I don't like this child. I don't want to be with them. I feel myself withdrawing. And that can happen for any number of reasons. I think with my adult kids, sometimes I get there because their behaviors make me so afraid, and the weight of the what ifs make me start to want to pull back. Like, I don't even want to know what you're doing because I'm so afraid for what might
mm,
happen. So that sometimes can get me into a season of blocked care. I think with my other kiddos that are still in my home, sometimes it's just that day in and day out of like, they talk really unkind to me sometimes, or they scream at
mm,
me, or they say that they wish I wasn't their parent, or this isn't a nice house. And I can all day long tell myself they don't really mean that. That's not their fault. It's coming from the trauma. But to get up the next morning and still be really nice and put the waffle on their plate and say, I love you. I hope you slept well. Like, it does something to your heart where you have to be the
mm,
adult, that have to be the one that gives the first step, that gives the forgiveness. And that does take a toll. And so if we're not careful and we're not intentional to be able to have community to share that, and maybe therapy, different things to help lift that burden for us over time, it just keeps accumulating and accumulating and accumulating until we feel like, I just can't do this anymore.
mm,
Yeah, I feel like for me, the biggest thing is voicing that, like being able to be open about that. Cause I feel like we kind of put on this,
mm,
and I've talked about this before. So many people come up to us and are like, "Oh, your family's so amazing." And I feel like that leads to this blocked care as well, because we feel like we've got to put on this persona of our family's got to put together, we foster, we've adopted, and so we're like on this pedestal, and that's just not the truth. But when people see us that way, it's like, well, I can't tell that I'm really struggling, or I'm struggling with parenting this one child. And so being able to, for me, it's been being able to connect with other foster and adoptive families that really get it. I feel like I can be very authentic and real with them, and then it helps me recognize, or them to even point it out to me like, hey, I think you're experiencing this. And, it's okay that you're feeling these things, but how can I help? How can we help each other get through this? For me, that's been the biggest thing, is connecting with other families that really understand, where I don't have to put on some sort of
mm.
front.
Yeah.